What's that?
What are some other movies?
That could be canceled.
Yeah.
We did Spaceballs. We did
Encino Man.
There's a million of them. Yeah, like I was watching the Encino Man, and they used the stereotypical like Indian in the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
People get pissed about that now. It doesn't work anymore.
Stop wheezing the juice.
Stop wheezing the Jews. But back then, like I was saying earlier, it was life imitating art, because in the 90s and 80s, if you walked into most 7-Elevens around the country,
still.
Not so much now, no.
Not as much, but yeah.
Sometimes you get a mix of all kinds now. But back in like the 80s and 90s, not just Indian people.
I'll put money that you go into a 7-Eleven now, maybe you not see an Indian guy, but an Indian guy will own it.
Possibly.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
It's those same guys that were in the 80s and 90s. Now they've grown
up. Now they
and
finally get to take a break.
Yeah.
They all retired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They own like, it, but they're taking a break.
I've run the store
and
long enough.
They're hiring white people just to get back at them.
But I mean, like anyone who grew up in the 80s and 90s, that was just a common
for
thing.
20 years.
I'm not saying don't you make fun of it or you don't make fun of it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it was interjected into movies because it was common themed. It was life imitating art or imitating life.
And it's hilarious.
It was stereotypical.
But the thing that made it bad was that we all laugh at the way they talk.
Yeah,
that's why people say it should be canceled, because we're like, oh, look at this fucker, look how he says English, it's funny,
it's cute.
Yeah, so that's.
You don't think other countries laugh at the way other people talk?
Yeah,
I mean everybody.
There's a good comedian that did a joke about that where he was Asian, and he always talks about how like when he goes, people are like, oh, they make fun of him because he's Asian.
Yeah,
it's like we don't do that in China. We don't go. I don't want, he does a bunch of Chinese, and he's like, oh, I'll take the number 2. Like he does like an American voice, and they start laughing,
Yeah.
But I mean, do people do that in other countries? I don't know. To like. Do they imitate?
Yeah.
Do they imitate white English people?
I'm sure there's some comedians that does.
Sayings,
not comedians, just general people.
Well, people that are making a movie that want to make a comedy.
But general people, the public here, not in the film industry, will make fun of other cultures if they think it sounds funny the way they talk English or speak English.
Sure. Yeah.
So do other countries do it to us?
I don't see.
Yeah,
why
they
not.
do. That I was going to answer the question. So whenever I say just a little bit, all of my wife's family laughs at that. Just a little bit. I'm like, oh, you want some of that? Oh, yeah, just a little bit. And everybody's like, oh, but just a little bit. And they all laugh. Now, why that's funny, I still don't know why.
Oh.
But everybody thought it was hilarious. And so are you asking if they do laugh? Yeah, because we say things and then it doesn't make sense to them. It's like, oh, that's a crazy, what does that mean? Oh, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Maybe it sounds like something in Lao.
Could be even
to
that.
them.
Could be even that.
Something funny.
Yeah. Like stiff nipples.
Well, like Flula.
Like just a little bit is like the Laos word for stiff nipples.
Flula makes fun of American sayings.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who does?
The party pooper. Yeah.
If she poops at the party.
Vice Jennifer, I poop at parties, but I close the door.
So nobody knows.
So everybody, is she going buys a punch bowl and then she poops next to the punch bowl? Like, why are you letting everybody see you poop, Jennifer?
The altar, she supposed, and on it was Hector.
Is the throne empty? Is the king dead? The empire unpossessed?
Off with his head.
You got me going in circles.